Good morning students. Now we are going to see fourth unit. In that specifically we are going to see what is purchase management. Purchase management is the management of purchasing process and related aspects in the organization. Purchase management is nothing but if we have a manufacturing unit in our organization, we must purchase material from our suppliers. That is said to be purchasing management. While purchasing some materials to the suppliers, we should see the main factors like checking the quality of material, quantity of material, and how they are delivering it. That is time, and from where we are purchasing it, from which suppliers we are getting the materials. That is the place. These are the major aspects that were involved in purchasing department. Next we are going to see objectives of purchasing. Purchasing objectives. There are few objectives involved in purchasing. First is purchasing a satisfactory materials. It's like getting high quality of materials from the suppliers. That is said to be purchasing a satisfactory of materials. Next is proper negotiation with suppliers. We should not have any conflict with the suppliers. Their relationship should be in a good manner. By keeping the relationship in a good manner, any conflict will not arise. If the conflict is not arise, we can fluently and continuously we can get the materials from the suppliers. Next, coordination with other department. We should have a coordination among the other departments in the organization. Time delivery is nothing but from which duration we are getting our materials, on time we are getting our materials or not. That is said to be a time delivery. Next is continuous and regular supply, from which the supplier is supplying the materials. That supplier should have continuous and regular supply. There should not be any break in the supply of materials. Next is minimized wastages. If we find any damaged material, we should be claim or we should replace the material. Quality of a material. The quality of the material should be high. Through this, all objectives were involved in purchasing management. Next, functions of purchasing. There are 4 functions were involved in purchasing. First is processing the requisition. Second is location and choice of suppliers. Third, placing the order. Fourth, follow up or processing the purchase order. First is processing of requisition. It is nothing but process of requisition is that where it should be in a form of it contains the number of bill of material and due date, and how much quantity of the items will be required, and what are the stock is available, required by whom and authorized by whom. These all the information were contained in purchase requisition. Second is location and choice of suppliers, reliability of supply. In that, first is assurance of timely delivery. We should have a good suppliers where the supplying material should be on date. If the materials are in on date, it is easy to start our manufacturing of products. Then next is after sales service. After sales services, nothing but we have purchasing materials or requirements of equipments that should have some services. After the sales, they should give services for us. That is said to be after sales service. Next is placing order. How we are placing the materials for purchasing. That is placing order. Our purchasing order should be in 2. From which supplier you are going to get a material, and date and description of an item and the price and which date they are going to supply, and the signature, how much order of items we are given in a requirement. That is said to be a purchase order. It is a format and a form of purchase order, and that the original copy were sent to the supplier and in our purchase department, and it is sent to the department required order items also. Next, last is follow up or processing the purchase order, receiving the order materials at the right time. while we are ordering up materials to the suppliers, we should have some priority on some items. It should be come first. It should be come on without any damage. If the priority of items are consists of any damage, we can claim all the materials. Last is principles of purchasing. Principles of purchasing is nothing but right quality. We should purchase the right quality of material, right quantity of quantity, and from which place we are purchasing, from which suppliers we are getting it, and which location we are getting the materials, and which price of things we are getting, like an offer and some other things, and a bulk purchase. It involves some pricing amount, and which time in on time we are getting the material or not. These are the principles of purchasing. Thank you.